Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day with the Brothers Chaiken as we jokingly fall over ourselves to try to show you how to approach one, how to study for the Math SAT, and two, how to approach actual SAT math questions. In terms of studying for the Math SAT, it's an easier thing to talk about. Go to Khan Academy, Google Khan Academy SAT as SAT practice, and you'll have a choice for courses. You could do the non-digital course, you could do the digital course, depending on when you plan to take the Math SAT or the SAT, and just go through the questions as we are doing here. So that's what we do. We are only going over the advanced questions with the presumption that if we show you how to approach or hopefully show you how to approach the advanced questions, that you can presumably do the mediums and the foundations yourself. So we just plow through this. Seth is moaning and groaning like he usually does. And, I forgot to mention, Seth is, we're brothers. Seth is a PhD in math, and he is a professor emeritus from University of Albany. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering, and we will get started. So, we are in our advanced math section. Yesterday, we did nonlinear functions. Or no, it wasn't yesterday, it was Wednesday. And I believe that there was nothing nonlinear about that function. That was just transformations of functions. Anyway, today we are moving into our next practice, isolating quantities. Solving for x, also known as literals. It's normally taught as the word literals. So, hopefully this won't be that bad. Let's see, let's go. Yeah, Seth's still moaning and groaning. We gotta feed Seth a question, otherwise he's gonna get even angrier. Okay. Well, in some ways you don't really even have to read this thing. You just have to solve for D. I mean, in the end, after you've seen enough of these questions, the question is actually simply solve for D. Oops, Seth doesn't like when I use thing that thick. Oops. Solve for D. So, okay, please look at the question, try it yourself, come back, and we will do it together.
Why solve for D?
Because every answer is D. Every answer says D equals D equals D equals D equals.
Oh.
So it's solved for D, right? So one approach, if you've done enough of these questions, is don't even read the question.
But it says so in the problem.
Yeah, but one approach...
It asks for the annual demand.
Right.
And then the equation gives Q.
That's right.
So Q is the quantity to order.
Right.
They don't tell you what K is here.
Seth, but why
the ordering cost is...
Seth.
It's a function of K, the ordering cost.
Seth.
D, the annual demand. Okay, so they say that D is the annual demand. So the question says solve for D, and then the choices all have solved have D equal. Okay, right. So it's simply they put a lot of words, possibly to delay your getting at the question, and the question is given this relationship between Q and F and D, solve for D in terms of the other two.
So now we've already wasted almost 3 minutes on this question. So let's just...
All right, so here's how I would do it.
Go ahead.
Divide... let's see, here's how. I bring D to the other side. Divide both sides by the square root of D.
Okay.
To get the square root of D. And see, we've gotten rid of that. 2K over F.
Yeah.
And there's still Q here.
Right.
So then we divide by Q. Divide by Q. And this gives 1 over the square root of D.
Right.
So D is obtained by taking this, turning it over.
Yeah.
And squaring it.
Right.
So the 1 over Q, when you turn that over and square it, we get Q squared, right?
Yeah.
And the square root of 2K over F, turn it over, we get F over 2k square root, and then square it. So we get f divided by 2k, and that matches choice D.
So now this brings up
That's the answer.
sort of an interesting question that we always I have to work out. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have done it faster. This is the approach I would have done in terms of taking an SAT, not in terms of doing the question like you would have a schoolwork. Because in schoolwork they won't give you the answers. This is a multiple choice test. What I would do is I would notice that the D has the square root here. So that means that if D has to equal something, it has to have a Q squared in it. The answer has to have a Q squared in it. So I'm just going to fill these two out. So It's only between these two. Then I would have done some algebraic manipulation, similar to what Seth did. I would have done some algebraic manipulation, but I wouldn't have finished the problem. I would have done enough algebraic manipulation to realize that it's this one. So if Seth did it this way, I would immediately have seen here that if you flip this, let's do a thicker thing. If you flip this, that means that you have to have a Q squared F in the numerator. Yeah. Right? The answer has to have a Q squared F.
Very clever. Very good idea. Very good.
Q squared F, and I would get the answer. Practically, this is how I practically do the question on the SAT. I wouldn't waste my time doing
it. Very. Now, here's another tip. Here's improving upon Joel's fast finding the solution by its characteristics. What I would see is to isolate D, whatever you get, you have to have a 1/2 of it, right? Because to solve for D using this information, it more easily gives you a solution for 2D.
Right.
And whatever answer you get for 2D, you need half of it. Right. And so the 2 goes in the form of multiplying another expression by a half.
Right. Yeah, there are a lot of ways.
Multiplying the other expression by 2.
There are a lot of ways. Unfortunately, Seth did it so I didn't have a chance to show how I would have done it, how I would have figured out the next step to skip steps. But this is an interesting. Let me present an overall idea. When you see a question, maybe on tests, real tests too, but particularly on the SAT, you got to quickly figure out: is this a straightforward, run-of-the-mill, vanilla question which requires very little thinking? Or is this a question that really is tricky in thinking, like the one we did on Wednesday, which is a little hard? And I would diagnose these questions as such. And if it's straightforward, vanilla, plain question like this one is, you just blast right through it, so that you have time to do the questions, which you really do have to think carefully on. This is just straight vanilla. There's no subtlety, no complications in this problem. It's just that there are various ways for everyone to do it. But I would practice with these. Practice with these so that you can do them really quickly.
Yeah, very good. Very good idea.
Yeah. Okay. So let us see how they did it. I guarantee you they did it the way, although I'm willing to bet that they did not do it the way Seth did it. That's frankly, Seth, a little weird.
Well, let's see. That's
a little weird to put the 1 over radical Q. I mean, more traditionally, people would square both sides. I think that's how they made. I wouldn't be surprised if they squared both sides and they said Q squared is 2KD over F, and then they go from there. That's probably how they did it. It's always fun to speculate. Okay, annotate. Here we go. Clear all drawings. Okay, so we agreed it's D. Okay, nice work. Thanks a lot. Okay, get a hint for this problem. That's how we see how they did it. Wait, hold on. We have to do all the answers. Hint. They did it in 4 steps. Oh my god. I wish they would show people how to do the traditional way, but also the shortcuts. But these shortcuts you have to develop yourself, and please try to develop some of these shortcuts as you're studying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Pinky bet, I
Square
win.
both
I
sides.
win, I win. Pinky bet. Yeah, square both
Yeah.
sides. Yeah, and then you solve for D.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not that's but square both sides is don't please don't shift it.
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
Shift
Okay,
it back.
there we go.
Keep
No.
it fixed for a moment. Ready?
Go.
Once you get this,
Yeah.
you could then get the D by move the F here, put the 2 in the denominator,
Right.
and put the K in the denominator.
Yeah.
And recognize it recognize the choice.
Yeah, but once you do that, you could just look at the two choices, the two only obvious choices.
But no. But the point is, you would not go wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You could still shorten the calculation on paper by squaring both sides.
Right. There's a very reasonable.
So squaring both sides is a good strategy as well.
I mean, one of the basic things in algebra is isolating a variable. It is so basic. You use it when when you have things like oops. It first comes in when you have things like 3x plus 4y is 7, and you want to solve for y so that you can get it in y equals mx plus b form, solve for y. I mean, solving for a variable in algebra is so fundamental. And going into the math SAT, please know how to solve for a variable.
The approach that they teach for solving when the variable is in some expression that's inside a square root. The strategy, one of the strategy that they teach is to square. The square root is on one side of an equality. And so you take this, you square both sides.
Right.
So any solution must also be a solution for the result of squaring both sides, and then you could find possible solutions for that and then check them.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people first learn solving full literals, they get confused and they're scared to divide by a variable. But that's if you're scared to divide by a variable, go back to the foundation.
Okay. Again. That's the point is, when you start with this, good strategy: square both sides. That gives you this. Q squared equals 2 times K times D divided by F. Okay? D is in the numerator of the right-hand side, right? So you don't divide by, so you could just do what it takes to get D by itself, which is divide by 2, divide by K, and multiply by F.
No, but I've seen
easy.
Wait. It's easy for us, but I've seen many kids, many people, when this is first taught, they're scared to move. They're scared to see if it was this. Look, Q squared is equal to 7x over 4, and you want to solve for x. That's okay.
Yeah.
People know what to do. But if it's Q squared, and I'll make a smaller thing. If it's Q squared is equal to 2K over D, they get flustered. They say, well, I don't know what to do. How do I do this? This is a K and an F. I only know how to do Q squared is 7X. Right, Q squared is 7X. You divide both sides by 7.
So please get from our video. You people who think 4-7D is if you're those people who are okay with 4 times D divided by 7, but are not okay with K times D divided by F, it's time for you to grow up, but being a high school junior.
Ooh,
Grow up and become a high school junior
Seth.
and treat the K and the F the same way as you treat a 4 and a 7.
Okay. Seth's doing tough love. Seth, deep down, he's a soft
Yeah,
guy.
this is the whole point of it. That letters in algebra, you manipulate letters the same way you manipulate numbers. It's because in high school math, a variable is a stands for a number.
Right.
And so the rules for numbers all apply to variables.
Right. Well, hopefully by the time people are taking this test, most people will know this by then.
So, and if you're one of those people who don't know this, no, you're no more. Now you do know it because we told you.
Yeah. Go back to the foundation questions. And do all of them.
Why not just take to heart our video, consider it learned, and use your new knowledge for every algebra question you face in the future.
Yes, but it helps to practice. So go back to if you're in this class.
So go and practice. Practice. And go forth and be happy.
So now that's a little more of an advanced.
Are we done?
Now, I want to dig deeper into this question. This is an approach when you learn something. When you start learning something, you question everything. I'm questioning Seth. Ready? This is my question. I know.
What if F is 0?
What? Yeah. Well, no. Well, actually, you have to assume these are not 0. They didn't say that. But they have. Oh no. They implied that. But you can't divide and multiply by 0. But anyway, what about this problem? You
could multiply by 0.
How about 0. How about x is equal to 5? Right? Let's square both sides. You get x squared is 25. Now we solve for x, and x is equal to plus or minus 5, which is an extraneous solution. When you square both sides of the equation, I guess I've always thought you have to worry about an extraneous solution. Now I'm looking at this thing. I don't see any extraneous solution. We're squaring both sides. And where does this? Why? What's different about this question? Why doesn't this question seem to have the possibility?
Well, x squared equals 5 has two. X squared equals 5 has 2 solutions.
Yeah.
And x equals 5 has 1 solution.
No. My point.
Yes.
Oh no! Wait. I don't want to undo. Wait. No. Look. X equals 5. We're squaring both sides. You get x squared is 25. Now we solve x. X is plus or minus 5. Now here, we squared both sides, right? And we end up with this. But this doesn't seem to have, we solve for d. But that doesn't seem to have extraneous solution. There must be some miss. It doesn't seem. Well, we're not solving for, wait. What? Well, let's see what's in the question. Anyway, most people can go. So this is just a private discussion with Seth and I about this. This is crazy stuff. Maybe I'm missing something. So anyway, everyone, let's bid everyone goodbye. Like us, dislike us. Please send us your SAT.
Well, there are no.
Anyway.
It's in this problem. Sorry. D is the unknown.
Okay, now you're squaring both sides.
D. If the SAT problem we did.
Right.
D is the unknown.
Right. That's
the other quantities are considered to be could be numbers that you know.
Right. I see how
and
it's
now,
different.
Extraneous multiple. So the question is, can there be more than one solution? Means that for given values of Q to K, Q, K, and F, can there be more than one value of D
No.
that
No.
satisfies
No.
that equation?
No, I really realize now. You're not solving. Here you're solving for the x. Here you're solving for the thing that you squared. Here you're not solving for the thing that you squared. You're solving for this d. If you wanted to solve for the thing that you squared, then q would be plus or minus 2kd over f, and you would get extraneous solution. So it's
if a problem starts telling you that x equals 5,
right.
It told you that x equals 5.
I know, but
right. So if the question is with the information enclosed in red, what value is x? X equals 5. There's no so squaring both sides is a stupid thing to do.
It's not a stupid thing to do because it shows
it is. The problem is find x where x equals 5.
So it's not
squaring both sides will give you a different equation,
right.
And that new equation has extraneous solutions because it has a solution that is not a solution to the original equation.
That's right. So it's just a good demonstration of how.
It's a good demonstration that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do it.
No,
there's no point in doing it.
No, it's a good demonstration as to how. If you square both sides, you have to think about the extraneous solution possibility.
Yeah, you might get extraneous solutions.
Yeah. So I'm just saying to myself, I'm in the habit of squaring both sides.
So what about this? What if you what's the point of squaring? So what do we do here? We have Q equals the square root of 2k times d divided by f, right?
Right.
So again, if the problem is, in the square root notation means that in the high school curriculum, square roots are only taken of 0 or positive quantities.
Right.
And as such, a unique square root exists that is positive. And the symbol denotes the unique positive square root.
I don't like how you dissed in the high school curriculum. I think
because
broader. I think it's broader.
No, what if no, the thing is, sometimes you will, in more advanced math, you will see square root of -1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. But no, I'm okay. Yeah, the positive, but in terms of the principle.
So, but what this is telling you is that for given values of k, d, and f,
right.
Q is determined. If f is 0, the expression is indeterminate.
Right.
And if f is non-zero and the product of everything here is negative,
yep.
It is from the point of view of within the domain of real arithmetic, it's undetermined, or it doesn't. There's no value. There's no value, meaningless.
Right.
So this is telling you what Q is in terms of the other ones.
Right.
So to find Q is a different problem from what we're given in this SAT question.
No. I totally understand that, and I'm totally answering my own question. And you can see these are different problems. Here you're squaring x and you're solving for x. Here you're squaring q, but you're not solving for q. You're solving for something else.
That's right. Yeah.
But the approach is that when you have a question, think about it a little bit. And even if it's a stupid question, even if it's a ridiculously stupid question, and the answer you say to yourself, "Why was I even that stupid asking that question?" That's a good thing. Just always ask questions. Just always ask questions. Okay, everyone. I think that's it, right?
That's right. I'm giving up now for the day.
Giving up for the day. All right, time to cash it
Giving
in.
up for the day. Have a
Cash
good
it.
weekend.
Good. Yeah. Have a great
Everybody, have
weekend,
a
everyone. And we hope to see you on the other side of the weekend. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.